Okay, last time I promised to come back with the number one secret of the rich and the wealthy people. Before we continue any further, let's just pose a question here. If you earned 1 million, 1 million, this is Uganda shillings, how do you spend it? The difference really lies here between the wealthy and the middle class and the poor. One, somebody can buy an iPhone. You can buy clothes and then all those other stuff. Now, the difference between the wealthy and the middle class and the poor is that the rich, if given the money, when they earn the money, they will have to think deeply and they learn how to buy assets. They've learned how to buy assets. Now, the poor and the middle class, of course, if given that money, they will choose to buy the liabilities that they think are assets. Okay, now what is the difference between an asset and a liability? I remember I talked about these other assets some time back, and the definition was that an asset puts money into your pocket. Okay, what about liabilities? The liabilities do the opposite. Liabilities take money instead, take money out of your pocket. Okay, they take money out of your pocket. Now, the rich buy assets that later keep putting money into their pockets. Now, this is what happens when you buy assets, and you know the role is to put money into your pocket. So it will keep accumulating money, accumulating money, accumulating money. There will be a time whereby the money from assets, money from the assets that they bought is enough to take care of their expenses. It will take care of their expenses. Time will come when they do not need any more money to be used from their earned income. Now, talking of income, money from assets is what we call passive income. For example, the best way to understand an asset and a liability is that a car can be two-way, either an asset or a liability. How can a car be an asset? Okay, if a car is in the form of a special hire, you buy a car and put it on a special hire, it is an asset. But a car for just traveling, you use it for moving, that becomes a liability. It does not bring in any money. So when you buy a car, put it on a special hire, it is an asset. When you buy a taxi, brings in money, it is an asset. But if you're going to buy a car and just use it for movement basically, then it is a liability. So one reason the rich have always become wealthy is that assets keep bringing in money. They keep bringing in money. Time reaches when the money from assets is just enough for them to live on. They will use that money to buy more assets instead, so that they have more assets bringing in money, and then time comes when they don't need to use other sources of income. I mean, the other sources will just now be accumulating. So they use that other money to further invest. And they invest further, they keep going into other sectors. That is why you find out that a rich or wealthy person is in real estate, has bonds, has companies they are running. Now, this money comes, they can now use the money from these other assets that they've accumulated, and now they can buy the liabilities that you people keep admiring. The other one is driving such and such a car. I also want to drive the other car. Oh no. They are using money from assets. They are using passive income. So the mistake the poor can make is to use their earned income and the income to buy liabilities like a car. Now you want to, in fact, I always say they want to look rich. You are not really rich, but you want to look rich. You know, when you buy a car, you want to command respect from the community. You want people to respect you because of the liabilities you're holding. And yet, the rich do not use even this type of income. But there are three types of income. There is portfolio, and then passive. And then the third one is the other earned income, where the majority lie. This one is for the rich or wealth. They don't work for money. They earn from portfolio and the passive income. It is the middle class. The middle class that now earns the earned income. With them, they do not work for money. The rich don't work for money. Their money works for them. You just get money, buy assets, and you begin earning passive income. You get your money, put into bonds or treasury, the treasury bills, and then the like. Then you begin earning what? Portfolio income. It is us who go to work, the employees, the self-employed, who get what we call earned income. Okay, maybe before I conclude this other topic, when you read the Rich Dad Poor Dad, you're going to look at the cash flow quadrant. I will talk about it in detail. It has employees, self-employed, the investors, and then the business people. I will talk about this other here. But one thing you should know is that those who are this side are looking for what we call financial security. They just want to be sure that there is going to be a paycheck coming in at the end of the month. Now these ones look for what we call financial freedom. Every time you ask somebody and he says, I don't want money. Money is not important. Yes, money might be not important. If you have money, you may be having your own freedom. Money can't buy happiness, but money buys freedom. Now, what is more important than that? I'll expand on the cash flow quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki here. I'll expand, but note that if you want to be wealthy, work on the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. When you're this side, you're looking for financial security. But if you want to make financial freedom, you work on these other two quadrants. I'll come and clarify maybe more about the financial flow quadrant, cash flow quadrant rather. Thank you. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing so that we keep learning something new. Thank you.